Hey, it's the announcement guy. I'm out here at Rainbow Day Camp. Just wanted to celebrate all the fathers who are with us today. It's the best gig for a guy to do. Father's Day began in 1910 up in the state of Washington. Something we consider today to be an important holiday when we buy our fathers a tie. So anybody out there that's celebrating today, do a good job. Here's what's coming up.
Hey, Michelle, what would you do if you were 10% happier?
Ooh, great question. I think I would probably sleep better and deeper at night.
Yeah, for me, I don't know, but I would take being 10% less stressed, 10% less anxious, 10% less worried. And I'm so excited. On November 3rd, Dan Harris, the author of 10% Happier, is coming to Mile High Church.
Oh, I'm so excited too. We have tickets on sale right now. Early bird price until July 2nd too.
A former anchor for ABC News, he had a
Yes.
famous panic attack on air. He studied meditation, didn't become enlightened, but did become 10% happier. And now he is a best-selling author and one of the top podcast hosts in the country.
I hear he's 10% funnier too. He has a great sense of humor. It's going to be a great night.
Yes, it is. It's time to go out to the ball game, everybody, for the Mile High Choir game. This year, it's June 29th. The Rockies face off against the Los Angeles Dodgers at Coors Field. Check out our choir, enjoy spiritual community, and get a special ticket price of $16 through our website. It'll be a lot of fun. The Spirit of Independence service here at Mile High Church is a labor of love for me because our philosophy is based in ancient interfaith principles, but it's also uniquely American. And I'm looking forward to giving the sermon on American tenacity, the making of the American character. And after service that day, we're going to party. We've got the great Colorado institution of the Nacho Men performing. We've got food trucks, we've got games, and we've got community. Come join us.
Back at Rainbow Day Camp, also want to remember and honor and celebrate Juneteenth tomorrow. So let's keep getting better, okay? Have a great week.
Good morning, Mile High. Thank you for being here with us. I was just thinking as the announcements were playing, it's so nice for me to meet eyes with all of you in the room. I love everyone who tunes in online too. But we as musicians especially, there's an exchange of energy. And I'm just so glad that you guys are here in the room. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And you're going to feel this energy too because we have a guest artist today, Eddie Watkins Jr., who's with us today. And there's nothing like being in the room with Eddie Watkins Jr. We've had so much fun making music with you, and I am so excited for you to hear the new songs and the ones that I love so much. Welcome, Eddie Watkins Jr.
Let peace begin with you and I. Every man, boy, and girl, woman across the world. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be with God as our Father, family all are we. Let us focus our families in perfect harmony. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every single breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let it begin with me. a simple hum along I want you to do with me. And say, ooh, ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, ooh. It's just a simple melody. Feels so good to sing it. Everybody say, whenever dark clouds are hovering over and the sun is nowhere in sight, and when it seems like the world is falling to pieces, let me be the one who sheds the light. When this whole world seems mean and cold with no love or humanity, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Thank you.
Eddie Watkins Jr., so good to see you, so good to have you here. We could just do that song for 50 more minutes and have a great service. Thank you, Tom Letch and our Mile High Band. Happy Father's Day to everyone celebrating. And congratulations, Denver, for bringing the NBA title, your Denver Nuggets. Here at Mile High Church, we're inclusive and open-minded philosophically and religiously, but so many of us are still fundamentalists around our sports teams. I, being a Los Angeles Lakers fan, received immediately upon their losing a link from our music director, Tom Litch, to Dr. Patty's grief class, which was very kind of him.
I help. That's what I do. I try and help.
It's a special moment here because I'm so grateful to acknowledge our practitioner candidates. To become a practitioner here at Mile High Church, you take all of our core classes, then you do 2 years of intensive study, you do a written test, and then the last rite of passage is a oral panel that you have to pass. And 7 of our candidates passed those this past Friday. They are Jay Brown, Nicole Burson, stand up, Meg Smiley, Maureen McGinn, Miriam Margalis, Lisa Harkness, and Charlie Goldsmith. Our community is so blessed by your yes, and we are so grateful for you. There will be an informational in a few weeks if you are ready to dive in yourself, but we're so grateful for these incredible practitioners. If you're new to Mile High Church, online or in person here today, we love to recite our vision and mission. They're coming up on the screens if you want to say them along with me. They go like this. Our vision: oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission: to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. So as we move into our time of song, of silence, and of prayer, just invite us to bring that dad consciousness to heart, that honoring of Divine Father. We bless all those who get to celebrate in person today, but we also honor those bonds of those who've lost biological or chosen fathers in our lives. We just honor those connections and all of the wonderful energy of the spirit of dad, the pride, the being seen, the upliftment, the support, the virtues, and the values. We hold and celebrate those in our hearts today.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
As we move within in prayer this morning, we open the inner eyes of our heart to feel the indwelling presence of the one God, one Spirit, that is love, that is harmony, that is beauty. And as we breathe in and out in this inner sanctuary, I recognize the eternal presence of the one Spirit, the Absolute, feeling that power of grace that moves in and through each one of us here, through each sentient being. And I recognize that power of love is the interconnected golden thread of truth that interweaves through all faith traditions. And so we honor those this morning who join us in the recognition of this one Spirit, whether it be in a temple, in a tabernacle, in a mosque, in a cathedral, or in the beautiful surrounding nature and trees. And so I also send love out this morning if there's anyone who is experiencing a sense of fear, that the indwelling presence of love simply comforts, that there's an openness and a receptivity to the comfort that comes from the one within. And for those who experience loss or grief this morning, I know that the waters of the living Spirit wash over their hearts, bringing a sense of nourishment, a sense of love, a sense of feeling held by the divine. And for those who may feel marginalized or separate, lonely, or as if they don't belong, I know that the eternal presence that is love is the deep sense of peace that nourishes their souls. And so I give thanks this morning. I give thanks for those hands and hearts of service that are working with our youth, guiding, sharing wisdom. I give thanks for the love that goes and flows through each moment of this service. And I give thanks for the wisdom that I know that expresses so deeply and so powerfully through Reverend Josh's message this morning. Oh, I'm so grateful for this community. I know that each one of us we are interconnected in love, which moves in and through and that the power of being together and the wisdom that we bring into our hearts infiltrates out into the communities around us and around the globe. So I say thank you, Spirit. Thank you. And I release these words into that alchemy that is love in action, that law. And so it is.
Every morning brings a new beginning. By grace, another day to be. I awaken to the sun upon me shining, lighting the way for me to see. Oh, things that I sought and the way that I thought stopped serving me long ago. Now I'm learning to trust in the God of all of us. Each day I start anew, and so I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day I walk away. Every day I walk away. Every morning brings a new beginning. By grace, another day to be. I awaken to the sun upon me shining, lighting the way for me to see. Oh, things that I sought and the way that I thought stopped serving me long ago. Now I'm learning to trust in the God of all of us. Of yesterday I'm letting go. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the less than that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day. Today is the day. Today is the day I walk away.
Thank you, Eddie. Our inspirational words today in honor of Father's Day from William Martin, who's the author of The Parents' Tao Te Ching. Few things in this world are as important as raising children. In every age, every era, every time and place, children are our treasures, our future, our immortality, the vital link in the chain of humanity. And tomorrow is Juneteenth, when we celebrate a national holiday, which commemorates the day in June 19th in 1865, when Galveston, Texas became the place where the Civil War ended. Won't it be wonderful when Black history and Native American history and Jewish history and all of U.S. history is taught from one book, just U.S. history?
Some things you tend to hate is not a God mistake. Place here to be corrected. Every player has a role to make this world a whole, not for us to control. Be still and know everything is an inside job.
Everything is an inside job.
Change the way you're looking at a thing. The thing you're looking at is gonna change. Everything is an inside job. To find what will release you. Everything is an inside job. Well, change the way you're looking at a thing. The thing you're looking at is gonna change. Everything is an inside job. Well, you may have to dig deeper to find what will release you. Thank you. All right.
Eddie Watkins Jr., everybody. If you're here in the sanctuary, you can meet Eddie in the lobby afterwards and buy some of his CDs, his music. Eddie's given his life to this ministry of positive music. He's so talented and has created some of the best songs in our New Thought canon. And if you're at home, you can visit his website and take them home with you that way. Our church just completed this week one of the most important things we do this year, Rainbow Day Camp. So if you were a part of that, will you applaud or raise your hand? Or hundreds of kids here, incredible adults pretending like they're keeping it together. No, they just built this wonderful sanctuary here on the campus. You can see the remnants of the Dome Zone in the community center. And just so grateful for Stacy Butters, Salwa, and our incredible youth team, Dr. Barry over here. One cheer for Barry. Oh, he's off stage. Happy Father's Day to everyone. I wrote a sermon many years ago called The Beatles' 10 Commandments, and I realized after it was done, it was for my dad. And so next week, we're going to have a service on the Beatles' 10 Commandments, all Beatles music. If you grew up with your religion being the British invasion like mine was, it's a great service to bring a friend to as well. And then in 2 weeks, our Spirit of Independence service, not only do we have a great service here at 8 and 10, but we have a big picnic after with the Nacho Men, and it's a big party, so join us for that too. If you're watching online, it's a great time to come to church. Yeah. Muhammad Ali is known for his opposition to the Vietnam War, and when he was drafted, he refused to go. But before that time, he had actually had to take a military entrance exam, and he kept failing the test. And people started asking why the greatest fighter in the world wasn't a good fit, apparently, for the United States military. Some people believe that he was failing on purpose, but the truth was it was the math. There were 30 questions, and Muhammad would share that he would get to one and get stuck and just not answer anything else. And courageously, a reporter one day asked him what was going on, and he retorted, "I said I was the greatest. I never said I was the smartest." And I love the spirit of that as we approach our message this morning, how to get unstuck. That even if you're stuck, it is not a negative reflection on your greatness. That you can be stuck and be great. That you can be challenged and be great. That your problems aren't a statement of what's wrong with you. They are the opportunity to share and express the greatness of who you are. I have a particular technique to share around how to get unstuck this morning, and it's the spiritual practice of affirmations. The spiritual practice of affirmations. When I think of affirmations, I immediately go to Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live. So excuse me, you can join me if you choose. I'm just going to get it out of my system now. If you want, hold the mirror of your hand up to yourself and repeat after me. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me. Okay, it's out of my system. At the beginning of 2023, I articulated 4 affirmations that I wanted to co-create with Spirit in my life. Did you create any affirmations to start your year? Show of hands. Good for you. Good for you. Not to scare anyone, but my argument is that we all did. We all formed affirmations at the beginning of the year. Some of us are conscious of what they are, and some of us are not conscious of what they are. Affirmations about who we are and what we're capable of. Affirmations about what life is and its possibilities. Affirmations about our relationships that will define if they're just transactional or transformational and deepening. We are all affirming things all of the time, but spirituality begins when we bring consciousness and awareness to what those affirmations are. My affirmations: I am stepping into the next dynamic phase of my ministry. I am experiencing inspiring abundance. I am participating in meaningful relationships. I am happy, healthy, and well. And here's what I want you to know about affirmations today. They aren't just positive statements to state in hopes that will bring the universe about in magically making them happen for us. They're actually mediums in which we have our relationship with God. They're actually segues into our connection with an infinite intelligence and a creative mind. That's what Science of Mind is all about. It's not just about believing in a higher power and knowing that you're connected to it. It's about having an active relationship with this creative mind, this infinite intelligence, a God that is an important relationship in your everyday life and affairs. We should sit daily with our God. We should sit daily with this infinite mind and creative intelligence and allow it to paint on the canvas of our hearts so that it can express in the glory of our living. Have reverence for it. Listen for it, not just in your meditation, but when you're taking out the garbage, checking the mail. It's speaking to you all of the time. And the most fun, through the power of affirmations, explore the possibilities of what the two of you can do together with your focus, your faith, and your commitment. One way of doing affirmations is just to repeat them over and over. They sound good. But it's even more powerful when we relate with infinite possibility about how our affirmations might show up in our lives. I am stepping into the next dynamic phase of my ministry. Oh, I can finish that book. I know I can do it this year. Oh, I can see myself speaking to rooms full of people. Oh, I can see myself deepening in my own spiritual practice, greater than I ever have before. I'm experiencing inspiring abundance. Every time I look into my bank account, I am surprised in a good way by what's there. I get paid to do what I love. How cool is that? I am participating in meaningful relationships. Oh, I haven't called my brother in months. I need to reach out to him. I've been using this affirmation, and this past week, a friend of mine was in town, stranded at Denver airport, like so many people have been. And a year ago, I wouldn't have gone over, 2 years ago, but this year, because of that affirmation, I went. Had a great time. I am healthy, happy, and well. I can see myself removing all of those habits that I've built up to prevent anxiety, and I'm moving back into practices that cultivate my connection with Source and that return me to myself. When we engage in our affirmations in this way and see the possibility, the divine indeed begins to write on the canvas of our heart, and we reflect it through the power of our faith and imagination, and we begin to create it powerfully in our lives. There is no such thing as stuck when we're in relationship with possibility. There's no such thing as stuck. Stuck is nothing but being unaware of this potential. Being stuck is the state of putting something else instead of God and a creative intelligence in charge of your life. Not living in God's universe, but in Archie Bunker's universe, right? Not living in God's universe, but in a cable news consciousness. We have to get back daily to that sense of relationship with Spirit. Now, for those of you who are tuning into the message today because you're stuck, I've got a little piece of good news for you. At least you know you're stuck. Think about all those poor suckers who are stuck and don't know it. Who are stuck and don't know it. And that's a lot of folks who have allowed themselves to, instead of living in a universe that is primarily about creative possibility, instead live with limited stories about themselves and their lives. Stuck reading that same damn page over and over again if they could only turn the page. There's so much adventure and glory ahead of them. Stuck in a judgment about themselves and what life is. Stuck in what criticism someone said about who they are. Stuck. And I want to share today what I'm calling qualities of defective experience. You're stuck and you don't know it when you find yourself practicing any of these qualities. Boredom, apathy, frustration, indifference, melancholy, mediocrity. Anyone any of these? All 6 combo? A couple of things to note about this. Note that I didn't really put negative emotions on here. Anger, fear, grief, These are vacation homes that the heart must dwell in from time to time. These are the result of living a full life. You just don't want to move in there. You want to get back to the home of love that is the place for all of our hearts and learn to live from that. Note as well that I didn't put qualities like depression on there. Qualities that so many of us who courageously struggle with mental health know that we can't always choose that comes upon us, although we can always choose how we respond and care for ourselves. To sum it all up, I like to use the phrase, the eternal meh. The eternal meh. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Meh. It's like the opposite of om. Meh. It's the never-ending eh. I found my audience, finally. It's the never-ending indifference where you're stuck but you don't know it because you've disconnected from that most important relationship, that one with that creative intelligence that has brought you here to express what it is as it can be self-aware and celebrate in the truth of who you are. I love something that Rilke said to a young poet. If your everyday life seems poor, don't blame it. Blame yourself. Admit to yourself that you are not enough of a poet to call forth its riches. Because for the Creator, there is not poverty and no poor, indifferent place. Challenging, but some truth to it, right? If you get anything from the message today, it's this. Quality of life is quality of consciousness. Quality of life is quality of consciousness. A quality of finances? Awesome. Quality of environment? Cool, I love being here with all of you. Quality of relationships? So important. None as fundamental or as primary as quality of consciousness. Your quality of life is a result of the quality of your consciousness. And guess what? No matter who may hack your meditation, no matter what challenges are before you, whatever the stresses of the day, your consciousness, guess what? It's up to you. It's your own. To nurture, to dedicate yourself to uplift. This is the work of our lives. And I'm not saying it's not messy or hard or challenging sometimes, but the byproduct is your best life. The byproduct is to unstick yourself from any circumstance and especially tired mode of thinking and behaving to uplift yourself in a greater spirit. For those qualities of defective experience, I also want to share with you today qualities of dynamic experience. These are the qualities that if we can embody, even without changing challenging circumstances, you will change your life for the better. Qualities of dynamic experience: appreciation, anticipation, vulnerability, sincerity, intimacy, openness, courage. Does that sound like a good list to you? Are these qualities you're embracing, embodying, practicing? Start with these, and you'll find that your problems begin to take care of themselves. Take care of the little things, and the big things take care of themselves. I love Nick Hornby's articulation of Jesus' great statement that know the truth and the truth shall set you free. He says that's true, but first sometimes it'll get you a punch in the nose. And he's kind of right about that. Not saying violent, but that the truth can make things messy. Vulnerability can seem to cause more harm at first than good. Telling the truth can create more fear or rumbling at first. But if we trust in these virtues, if we trust in the qualities of dynamic experience, beginning with appreciation of our life right here, right now, recognizing that what is to be is greater than what was. If we're willing to be vulnerable and transparent, if we're willing to be and embrace a new level of intimacy with people that we care about, we can begin to experience all of that stuckness, taking care of ourselves, and we realize it had nothing to do with us at all. that being unstuck and free is all about relating with that infinite power and knowing that even if what you know in your heart to be isn't in your life right now, you can speak it into form. You can declare your truth and make it so. The last item on that list is courage. Courage, to me, is perhaps the least talked about virtue in our faith. It's so important, because some people, they look at us on the surface, science of mind and spirit, and go, oh, that's the positive thinking people. It's all that positive, looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, not paying attention to the negative. And, it can be that way. But it's really about courageous living. It's really about saying, these appearances in my life right now do not reflect the heart of who I am and who I am here to be. And so I'm going to speak my word with faith. I'm going to relate with something infinite, and I'm going to become it in my life. No matter what comes back at me to tell me it isn't the truth of who I am or of life itself. That takes courage to do that, yeah. Reflecting on Juneteenth this week, I kept going back to words from Frederick Douglass, who said at the height of the Civil War, what man has done, man can undo. What man has done, man can undo. He was saying this about slavery. And he was saying this, and this is why it's so impressive and courageous, he was saying it with the permanent notes of slavery written on the scars of his back. And yet, he believed so strongly in the promise and the prayer of the Declaration of Independence. He believed so strongly, like most did at that time, even with abolition, that white and black should live together harmoniously. He believed in that so strongly, he became the central figure for abolition in the United States in the 1800s. What man has done, man can undo. What Americans have done, Americans can undo. What human beings have done, human beings can undo. And it's never about forgetting the past. We can't always change the past, but we can change what it means in our lives. What you have done, you can undo by embracing that creative hope that you know in your heart should be true for you and for all people, and having the courage to live it transparently and sincerely in your life. Getting back to the practice of affirmations, I want to give you a tool for using powerful, creative affirmations in your life to improve your relationship with Source and make good stuff happen. And it's AAA is our acronym, AAA. First A is articulate. Articulate your affirmation. What is it? What is it that I'm wanting? What is it that I'm creating? Well, I want more love. I want more love. Let me work on that. I am receiving love. I'm open to receiving love. Oh, but there's a giving part. I am giving and receiving love. It's still a little too vanilla. Here we go. I am giving and receiving a profound love. Oh, I got it. I'm giving and receiving a profound love. What is it that you want? Give yourself. You deserve the 10 minutes to articulate a great affirmation. Articulate. Next, anchor. Anchor your affirmations throughout your day. On the first Sunday of the year, I talked about a great book called Tiny Habits by a fellow named B.J. Fogg. And he has this simple but profound practice called anchoring. And he says, if you want to build a new habit, build it upon already anchored habits in your life. So anchor your affirmation. When I'm complete brushing my teeth in the morning, anchor, I will say my affirmation. I am giving and receiving a profound love. When I pull into work and I turn off the car before I exit, I will say, I am giving and receiving a profound love. When I get ready for bed, as soon as I put my head on my pillow, I will whisper, I am giving and receiving a profound love. Anchor your affirmations, which means anchor your points of contact with this creative intelligence this divine creative mind, your spirit, your God. And you will anchor your life in this spirit, and it will grow, and it will become in your life. Lastly, apply your affirmations. Don't just leave them in the abstract corners of your hopeful mind. Apply them to your circumstances throughout your day to increase those qualities of dynamic experience, of appreciation and sincerity and vulnerability and intimacy. Apply them. I'm going to have date night with my spouse. I am giving and receiving a profound love. I'm going to go see some people who are sandpaper people for me that challenge me. I am giving and receiving a profound love. I'm going to go take a walk today by myself. Just be with me and God. I am giving and receiving a profound love. Especially in those places where you may feel stuck or challenged. Apply your affirmation and you will grow into who you are called to be to overcome that challenge. Articulate, anchor, and apply and co-create your life with this power greater than you are that you can use. Eric Butterworth, in his Spiritual Economics, classic spiritual text, he has an abundance affirmation that I love. I stand in the unlimited substance of God, and I have abundance. I got it wrong, hold on. I establish myself in the unlimited substance of God, and I have abundance. Let's embrace that today. I establish myself in the unlimited substance of God, and I have abundance. I establish myself in the unlimited substance of God, and I have peace. I establish myself in the unlimited substance of God, and I have love. Whatever it is, that quality that you seek to embody and embrace in your life, I establish myself in the unlimited substance of God, and I have my true self, my true life, my true God, my true flow to live and have my way in being with this infinite grace that is written on every face, that is present right here and right now, not just to use, but to allow itself to become known and rooted in my own soul, so that it speaks through my word, so that it feels through my embraces, so that it is the very top of my list for how to live and co-create this incredible thing called life. Taking this consciousness into prayer, I invite any of our practitioner prayer partners, especially our newly paneled prayer practitioners, to stand and join me. Knowing there is one life, divine life, infinite life, expressing in, through, and as all things and all people or places, even in those areas within myself or in my life where it is unseen, I step into making it seen. I know for each and every one of us that we are conduits for the artistic expression of this divine life. And that as we open our heart and our life to a power greater than we are, we can focus not on our challenges, but on our virtue, our spiritual inheritance of divine qualities, of divine empowerment. And we get to apply them in mind and in prayer, in action and in feeling, with conviction and faith, and hopefully with a deep-seated joy, that deep-seated joy that comes only from knowing you are one with your source. You are one with your source. Giving thanks for this blessing, may we know it for all those whom we love, all those whom we don't love. Let us know its expression, that as we truly affirm for ourselves, we affirm for everyone else as well, and we rejoice in that unity. And so it is. Amen.
just before you say something you can't take away. Take a breath and let it out. Try to think about what would love do now. Wondering if you should cross that line for good. Whatever you decide, ask yourself from inside, what would love do now? Everything is either an act of love or a cry for love. That's why for love we try for love. In the end, that's all we know that's real. Whether right or wrong doesn't matter, just as long as you let your heart decide. Ask yourself from inside, what would love do now? From inside, what would love do now? Sing along with me, y'all. What would love do now? What would love do? Before you cross that line for good, say, what would love do? Before you say something you can't take away, say, what would love do now? Thank you.
Eddie Watkins Jr., thank you, Bijou. Josh Byers, kid number 2, 1 month old, congratulations. Rob Lowe, Dr. Kent Rautenstrauss, so grateful for all of you. Our music director, Tom Litch. We're going to move into our time of offering, and we are so appreciative of all of the financial support you give to Mile High Church. I know it's Father's Day today, but I feel called to take a moment to honor the female leadership of Mile High Church and the female spiritual leadership that takes place across the world. This week you may have seen on the news the Southern Baptist Convention expelled 5 of their churches because they had women pastors there. And I'm not here to criticize because I believe in the freedom of religion. I just want to say I feel bad for them. You know, that female spiritual leadership for me, and I know for so many of us, is so much of what the world needs, our religions need, our communities need. And I'm so grateful for the incredible female spiritual leaders here. Dr. Michelle's here, Dr. Patty, Reverend Carol, Reverend Samira, all those past, present. We're so grateful for them and are a better church because of them. I grew up in this faith, and I was in this faith for like 10 years before I even learned a man could be a minister in our faith. It is so female. So all my mentors and teachers, I'm so grateful for each of them. So thank you for letting me give that spiel. And thank you so much for being a part of Mile High Church today. You can take your gift. You can bless it physically or metaphorically as we say our offering affirmation together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
I'd like to do a song right now that I think it's going to be a really powerful song for you guys. We did it earlier today, and someone came to my table and said, you were singing that song about my life. And I love when that happens. Anyway, I'd like to salute all of the fathers today, and I'm going to do a song that I think really encapsulates what fatherhood really means. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. What a band! What a band! man in my house, he's so big and strong. He works all day, stays all day long. He comes home feeling tired and beat, sits down at the dinner table and has a bite to eat. Never always a smile when he looks at me and says, how's my child? I say, I've been working hard all day in school, trying hard to understand the golden rule. I think I'll color this man father. Color him father. I think I'll color him love. Color him love. I think I'll color him father. Color him father. I think I'll color this man love. Yes, I will. Color him love. He says education is the way if you want to compete. And without the son, life ain't very sweet. I love this man and I don't know why, but I'll need his strength until the day that I die. My mother loves him, and I can tell by the way she looks at him when he holds my little sister Nell. I heard her say just the other day that if she hadn't found him, she couldn't have found her way. I have to color this man father. Color him father. I have to color him love. Color him love. I have to color him father. Color him father. I'm gonna color this man love. Yes, I will. Color him love. Our real old man, he got killed in the war, and she knew her and 7 kids couldn't have gotten very far. She said that she thought she could never love again, but there he stood with that big wide grin. He married our mother and he took us in, and now we belong to the man with that big wide grin. I have to color this man father. Color him father. I have to color him love. Color him love. I'm gonna color him father. Color him father. I have to color him love. Yes, I will. Color him love. God bless. Happy Father's Day. Thank you.
Eddie Rogers Jr., such a treat to have you here, man. And he's got some great music that he brought with him, so stop out at the table and say hello and take some of his music home. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. We have a party here every Sunday morning, and you're welcome to it. So we hope that you'll come back a couple more times. Let's welcome our visitors, huh? Yeah. So glad that you're here today. And our practitioners are coming forward right now, and we got some new practitioners in the house. Congratulations to you. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And they are available for spiritual mind treatment, our form of affirmative prayer. So connect with them and learn about affirmations. And what else we got coming up here? Some stuff?
It is. Next Sunday is the Pride Parade, and Mile High Church is one of the largest churches that walks in that parade. And it's an incredible experience. We get lots of love, and we would absolutely love whoever would like to come and walk with us. You are more than welcome. I'm going to be out in the lobby, and I'll have information on where we meet and what time at Cheeseman Park and all that good stuff.
Thank you, Reverend Carol. Reverend Zamira, we've got summer solstice coming up this week.
Yes, so I hope if you'd like to join Dr. Patty and I this Wednesday morning, 8:30, we're going to be meeting on the Labyrinth outside, and we're going to have some drumming and some ritual and ceremony, so come and celebrate with us. I hope to see you there.
Thank you, Reverend Zamira. Gregory Merritt, one of our practitioners, at about 11:30 in the Vote, is facilitating a shamanic drumming workshop today. If you'd like to be a part of that. Also in our event center or online, you can get your early bird Dan Harris tickets. It's going to fill up, so it's a great time to get those tickets, and thanks for everyone who's been supporting that. If you so choose, stand and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind, in my body, and in all that I do. I give thanks for it, and I accept it.
just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life.